Hey guys, so today I want to talk about a topic that comes up often at the end of the year, which is learning how to deal with poor decisions when it comes to food. So I'm going to outline a thought process to take you through and then going over some examples and hopefully illustrate not only what you can do, but a outlook that you can have while those things are happening. So the example that we're going to use is going to be a Thanksgiving one, because when it comes to this, right, we're talking about Thanksgiving, Christmas, maybe New Year's. And the example is I ate the entire casserole and drank 2 glasses of wine at Thanksgiving. Now, the first thing we want to do is to qualify why you think that's a poor decision. A lot of times people will think that something is a poor decision based on values, morals, ideals, and that can be kind of tricky to really pinpoint why you think it's a poor decision. For example, some people will think that having any alcohol is a poor decision when it comes to a social gathering, whereas some people won't think it's a bad decision until they've hit their 5th glass of wine. Same thing when it comes to certain foods like ice cream or mac and cheese or anything like that. So if you can be less subjective about the poor decision, that would be better. So for example, here on the better way of looking at it, we have, oh, that was a poor decision because the food quality was low and the food quantity was high, right? So that took any of the emotional attachment that I had with the situation. It was pretty objective. Very low quality and high quantity because I ate the entire casserole. The negative outlook would be it was a poor decision because I'm on a diet. So now you're going to see that there's going to be a clash between what I did and what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be on a diet, I'm supposed to be eating this way, but this is what I end up doing. And this internal conflict is the reason why at the end, this will reinforce a bad behavior. The second thing we want to do is to understand the root of the decision. What caused me to pick that? The positive outlook would be to say that family was all together and it's grandma's special. The casserole is grandma's special. She's 98 years old. Who knows if this is going to be her last Thanksgiving, so you want to eat the casserole to make grandma happy because she enjoys when you enjoy her food. The negative way would be to say that the root of the decision was peer pressure from friends and family. They shoved the glass of wine on my face. Grandma was looking at me while I was over the casserole to see how much I would grab it, and I just couldn't do anything but to take that decision. That it takes away totally your power of decision. That creates a victim mentality to it. So definitely not a good way of looking at it. Underneath the root of the decision, can we substitute that or simplify? That means, can I still make the same decision of going to Thanksgiving and eating food, but alter that a little bit, eating less, eating more of something different, for sure? And then does the thought process need adjustment? Just because I'm at Thanksgiving, I need to eat a lot, right? That's a thought process that needs adjustment. Putting on sweatpants to Thanksgiving because that's just how you do it so you can eat a lot. That's a thought process that needs adjustment. The next step is to know how the decision affects you, both mentally and physically. So the positive outlook would say, I'm going to feel probably sluggish, maybe a little bloated, and I'm not going to have a lot of energy for that day, maybe the next one, depending on how much I eat, maybe 3-4 days. The negative way of looking at it is to think that the decision affects me negatively because I'm a loser, or I can't stick to a diet, or I fall under peer pressure a lot. Anything that makes you identify negatively with the decision you made. So same thing, how you're supposed to be acting versus how you did act, that internal conflict. The following question kind of goes hand in hand with that is, do I need to do anything to compensate? Some actions can be dealt by a little bit of compensation. So let's say I eat too many carbs, going for a walk after that might help that glucose spike on your bloodstream. But when we're talking about the compensation here is something a little bit more extreme, right? So like something like the turkey trot, which is the definition of a compensation for a bad behavior. I'm gonna run a long distance so I can stuff my face. Or if you do it after, right? I'm gonna go work out, I'm gonna go on the treadmill for a long time just because I stuffed my face at Thanksgiving. That type of compensation. The positive outlook would say, no, I don't need to do that. This was a special occasion. It's once a year where all the family gathers around and we eat food and we celebrate. The negative outlook on that would say, yes, I need to double the time of my workout next time. That's probably not going to be a good idea because 2-hour-long workout might not be something you're able to do even at the best shape you could be now. Definitely not after eating mac and cheese and stuffing and some turkey. Don't beat yourself up for it. Finally, how do I prevent future hiccups from happening? The first one would say, the positive way would say, I'm going to bring some food myself. If there's more options, I'm less likely to stuff my face with one single option. Whereas the negative outlook would say, I just can't go out and eat out anymore. I can't be in social settings because I can't control or I get too easily influenced to make those poor decisions. All of these thoughts that are positive are led with empathy and acceptance. I know this is just once, that's okay, I'm gonna move on. Tomorrow I'm back on track. Whereas all the negative outlooks are led with frustration and judgment. I just can't stay on track. I can't stick to my diet. Man, you're a loser. Man, you suck. One builds confidence on your discipline, on your ability to do things you say you're going to do, and your ability to come back from things. The other one creates distrust in your abilities. I just can't stick to a diet. I can't stick to a workout regimen. The environment and the thought create a potential for action. Everybody together with food around at somebody's house creates the potential for me to eat a lot or a little. That is filtered by a mindset. How easily are you influenced by others? How well do you stick to your routine? How good are you with discipline? That leads to an action. I eat a lot because I'm easily influenced, or I don't eat a lot because I can control myself. And that over time, over and over again, leads to a habit of doing things well done or of having bad decisions. The positive way of looking at it will lead eventually to you not denominating things as a poor decision. Was it a poor decision to have Thanksgiving, enjoy time with your family, connect with everybody, have good food? No. Even if you overate, even if you made a poor decision, at the end of the day, that was a good decision because you had a good time and you did the things you're supposed to do. Whereas the bad decision or the bad outlook will always lead to a frustration, internal conflict that will reinforce your ability to not be able to stick to things. So if you're gonna deal with some food settings and possibly bad decisions in the upcoming weeks, just keep this in mind. And if you have any questions, let me